Welcome everyone to tonight's episode of Our Talk Show. I'm Mina.
And I'm Emily, and today we'll be discussing Facebook as a means of reinforcing heteronormativity.
Heteronormativity? What's that?
Well, heteronormativity is this idea, as you can see by the word, hetero and normative, which means that the only normal kinds of relationships are hetero or opposite sex relationships, and thus the only acceptable relationships are heterosexual relationships. It also enforces this idea of the gender binary, which means that there are only two kinds of people in the world, men and women, and that everyone has their own natural roles they should follow based on these categories.
Wow. You might be wondering, what does this have to do with Facebook? Well, the layout of Facebook enforces these ideas based on the limited amount of options for displaying one's gender and sexual orientation on one's profile.
Let's take a look.
As you can see here, I can type in my religious and political views, but I cannot type in my gender at all. In fact, there's only a category called sex, which states male or female. There's no way to present my gender identity or performance.
But what are the options for sexual orientation? Wait, I don't see a category called sexual orientation.
Exactly. It says interested in, and you can choose men, women, or men and women.
It seems to me that there are more kinds of people than just men and women.
Yep. Well, they don't have options for any other types of people out there, so you could just leave your interested in section of your profile blank.
But that's a really important part of my identity. I want to share that with my friends and potential romantic partners who I'm friends with on Facebook.
Too bad, Emily! It seems that Facebook does not support those options.
Yeah. Seems like Mark Zuckerberg, the creator of Facebook, didn't really consider that gender and sexual orientation would be an important part of people's profiles, and that perhaps people wanted to identify as something besides man or woman.
Right. You know, maybe he didn't realize that there's more than just two genders. Maybe he didn't even realize that there's a difference between gender and sex, or that this could be an issue.
Yep, probably not. In fact, Zuckerberg originally created Facebook as a site called Face Mash, in which he would put photos of undergraduates side by side so people could rank them by hotness.
Ugh, gross. Nothing progressive about that.
Nothing at all. Status quo all the way.
Yeah, and you know, that's crazy because Facebook is the second most frequented site after Google in the United States.
Wow. And I heard that if Facebook was a country, it would be the 5th largest in the world, right under China, India, the US, and Indonesia.
Oh my gosh. You know, the average Facebook user spends over 55 minutes a day looking at profiles.
With all that time and all those people and places, it seems like Facebook is a really relevant and influential thing.
Exactly. I mean, with so many people interacting with Facebook every day, all the time, the system which enforces heteronormativity is being left unquestioned.
As you can see here, there is nothing but a drop-down menu to indicate your gender performance and preference. This enforces the idea that you wouldn't need to type in your gender because there are only two.
So, maybe what if they used some other social networking site? Well, it's a matter of people's bosses, teachers, employees and peers, and family members using Facebook. Why should they be left out from networking with all these people, and why should they be left feeling uncomfortable using Facebook, the most popular American social networking site?
They shouldn't. Has there been anything done to counteract this event?
Well, yes. There was an application called SGO, which we have here, It has many options, and it would have been really useful. It's something that you can upload to your profile.
However, Facebook has removed this application and it's no longer available. And even if I did want to download an application, I get this screen, which as you can see is for the Friend Hug application, but lets me know that now I have even less privacy on Facebook because there's an application that can access a lot of my information.
Right, and now there are no applications to download even if you were willing to risk your privacy. Because Facebook shut down the SGO application and is now saying that there may not be an opportunity to have applications on one's profile at all.
There is also an option to download something called my file, which is also an application, but it links to a completely different page. So if you wanted to specify your gender or sexual orientation, you could post this link to a different page, which again is excluding to people, because why should that have to be something that sticks out like a sore thumb? Why can't it just be embedded in the normal profile?
Yeah, I think it should be embedded in the profile. I agree with you. And there are some petitions going around. This is one by Care2.
Exactly. And the people who signed this petition, which is urging Facebook to consider allowing people to have more freedom displaying these categories and these identities, have written things like, I don't identify with the, quote, normal, unquote, system of relationships and life, and Facebook has taken away my ability to share this crucial information with my friends. There is also a petition on Facebook itself specifically relating to having application tabs on your profile.
Yeah, it's called Stop Facebook from Taking Away Application Tabs on Profiles.
You can find these links in the information underneath this video. So what do you say, Mina?
Let's sign them.
Thank you for joining us.